Hey fam, um, this is James. I just wanted to say hi. I been haven't been posting things as much as usual. But that doesn't mean things don't keep going. The world keeps going in your life and my life and all things. You know, I there's some things that you just I don't know are like so personal that you just kind of want to keep to yourself. But at the same time, I want to get the word out and help empower people, for those who are in the spiritual plane. That just because you may not physically see or hear something doesn't mean it doesn't exist. Doesn't mean it doesn't get to you. The air that I breathe, may one day, some of the molecules that are in my body that I breathe in and then breathe out may one day get to you, and then vice versa. And so, and especially when it comes to the greatest one, the universal prime creator, all things are possible. So that's why I think it's good that I at least get some stuff on the record. I had a very powerful expression that happened a couple of days ago, where I woke up and was just overjoyed, um, in the realization that the universal prime creator has given us this beautiful gift, the ability to experience love and experience our environment through these bodies. Um, and through these bodies, we're able to basically um, experience ourselves. It enables us to experience the joy um, and chaos of creation. And, in my opinion, the most beautiful gift, the ability to interact in a way on the physical plane with the universal prime creator, and to experience this idea, this unbelievable idea of love. Um, and unfortunately, or fortunately, you know, there are obstacles, there are things that are in your way, that kind of force you to take a back seat and realize that, the path that they've taken, you may not want to take. The path that they're on, you may not want to be on. Um, and when you think of it from an unlimited perspective, where you're not in control of things, but something that is so much more vast and so much more unbelievable. Um, when you take it from kind of a perspective that it's just out of this world, then you start to kind of be able to at least accept. I wouldn't say understand, but I would say accept all the other things that are going on as well. And there's a reason for many of these things. And I've had my own experiences, and a lot of them are confusing, unfortunately, because these there are beings out there that hide in the darkness. They operate in the shadows, and so the reality is not you're not supposed to figure it out. They don't want you to. They want you to be ignorant of what they're up to. And but besides that, you get to experience, through some of this chaos, some of this adversity, beauty and love, and it kind of pushes you into another direction. And maybe it's designed to help you get smarter also. And your failures, you learn to pick yourself up and to understand um, what has happened, um, so that you don't fall into their pits again. One of the things, and I just want to just talk about a quick story. One of the things that I've experienced, and that unfortunately, because of the mind control and the chipping, and the negative influences that have been harassing me, they make it very confusing as to how certain things are done. for example, I don't know how they steal your soul energy. I'm sure there's someone out there who has figured this out. I have an idea. I have an idea, but um, especially when it comes to that all-seeing eye thing, I realize that some of these people have been given gifts that they did not earn, and a lot of them are stolen from others, and it's kind of like it's like imagine a lion, but not lions aren't bad because they're part of nature. But imagine a demon lion that just pounces on little chicks, little baby chicks, and each one of those chicks has has a world of possibilities in them, and some of those chicks have um, you know have experienced love and have experienced happiness and experienced joy and have come up with different ideas. This demon lion pounces on the chicks and eats them and absorbs that energy and absorbs that knowledge, and then takes that knowledge and spreads it and gives it to other, or the super being itself. And so there are tons of pieces of this demon lion. And I mean, that's the best way that I can kind of explain it. It's like a huge demon beast that 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 pops different pieces of itself off, but they all communicate and understand in different ways, different levels. Um, and one of the things that they love to do, is steal other little babies and little um, animals' ways, their experiences, their energy. That's what they do. Um, they do this all the time, and then attack you. And so they figure out different ways, and because they've stolen so much brain power and so much energy, they're very what do you call it? They figure shit out. Okay. They figure out how to do this, how to do that, and I don't know if it's a part of the testing. I don't know what point it is that they're trying to make. I do know that they're trying to get here on this plane of existence and rule us, because they feel that they have the right to, and they feel like we don't have the right to experience the greatest one on our own. We must go through a filter, and the filter is them, and they want to take away that ability, etc., etc. Anyway, so some of the things that I have to deal with is them coming and stealing and manipulating on a consistent basis my life, and they have no real concern for me or anything about me. Their main goal is to steal, and they do it in so many different ways. And so one of the ways that they do it is they follow you around and interact with you on a mental plane. So because they've chipped me, or somehow we are able to communicate, I don't know how, but they're able to get into my brain. And so they start with the attacking, and it can be a push in certain directions. One of the things that happen when I've been to jail, is that they will feed me their energy, or feed me back what it is that they've stolen from others, and then I'll have like a spiritual experience with that energy, and on the astral plane, on the mental plane, and then whatever insight I come up with. And a lot of it is trying to get you to your peak. They try to get you to your peak, or allow you to experience, what it is that you can do on a higher level, and then they will take that ability and use it against you. And so one of the things that they've been doing lately, especially because they are trying to get me arrested again so that they can steal another part of me or another level, is now they're doing it out in the open. So they have their people come out and try to enhance my energy, or create an experience where I use my abilities, that has been given by the creator, and that's usually using breath and prana and exploding it outwards, but with love. And so and that kind of takes down the beasts, It creates an aura around you. What their goal is, and from what I can understand, is to infiltrate your aura. They want the ability to destroy you even when you're in the light of the greatest one. That is what I can tell. Or use you, take that energy and use it for themselves. And this is a consistent thing. It's really crazy, um, but I have to deal with it on a every day, every day. And there's some people call them succubi, incubuses that thrive off your sexual energy, etc. I'm just surprised that there's so many of them. Like everywhere I go, I run into them. Or I don't know if it's because every one of us is tracked, and so this is their main goal. One of their main goals in removing anyone's ability to fight when the shit hits the fan. Because the shit is gonna hit the fan. They want to be able to infiltrate. So, and I guess it's about survival. And that's why they're using so much mind control. That's why they're using so many different tactics, so that they can get into your body, so they can steal your aura, so they can steal your energy, so that they can survive. And I'm guessing it's because they're fucking assholes, and they're on a pathway to death, the damned, and they've basically gone out of their way to figure out a way to survive because they know that they're damned. That's the only way that I can really explain the behavior, is that they know because they're dead and they're damned, they know where they will go. And that goes into metaphysics, that goes into reality, the certain realities. Like, some people say, oh, when you die, you go to heaven, etc., etc. But what if you're dead already, but you have some type of spiritual essence, I don't know, a presence about you? What happens when they die? I believe that they go into a form of death, of more so maybe a place of despair, that's on a different plane. I've experienced something like that, where I've had to cross through the boundaries of despair in order to get into happiness, into joy, pure joy and ecstasy. I think that they might have to. When they die, they get stuck in a certain place because they are damned. And these are some of the Nephilim, the Jinn, whoever they are, them and their parents. They don't get to go and move on. They're stuck. Some people call it the force field. It's something, and I've experienced it, of despair. I know that I've been a part of that at one point when I was doing a meditation session. The greatest one has given me the ability and the love to cross that boundary, and maybe that's why I'm a targeted individual, because they know that I have crossed that boundary and they want to be able to cross it, and they can't. They're pinned down, and so I have to go through this grief, this horror, this evil on a regular basis, because they are so fucked up that they can't get out of here. Anyway, so just want to give you a quick, and I don't really tell a lot of stories. I'm just trying to give experiences that if you're going through that experience, you can empathize and understand, and I can empathize with you, and the story gets out. That they're trying to figure out different ways to steal, again, your abilities, and they really don't care how they do it, and it's as low down, dirty as you can get. Anyway, so praise be to the greatest one. Praise the love and abundance that we experience, and let's move through this corridor of pain and evil. And amen.